Who's that with? Is that a
The
company?
company. Is the company you're asking? Systemize and sell out
Very
in
good.
UK. Yeah.
Systemize and scale. Do we know them?
Sell. Yeah. Systemize and sell.
Very good. Do I know them? That's the question.
Yeah.
Who owns that company?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
Who owns the company?
Marco Fernandez.
Marco Fernandez. Nice name.
Yeah, he's out in Portugal, but the company itself, I believe it's in UK, based in UK.
Very good. Very good. Anyone, anything else? Come on, keep them coming out. Ladies, don't be shy, because we're going to
Yeah, I have a
start calling you.
question.
Right.
Yeah, so how do you usually handle like when you ask people about like what is it exactly about the fear? If it's like you, the company, like
You
themselves.
don't ask them about fear. You ask them about what's coming up from them and makes them a little bit unsure of things. You don't ever say to somebody, "Hey, why do you have fear?" Big misconception.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it on some of your training. There was kind of like a diagram, so that's what I was asking.
Mhm.
Um, and would it be possible to maybe like role play a bit of fear?
Not this second, in a minute,
Okay.
for sure. I would never ask somebody, "Hey, what's your fear?" The reason I don't is because I don't want to address it like that. Because when people associate fear, guess what they're not doing? When people tell you that they got fear, guess what they're not going to do more often than
Not
not?
gonna be honest, maybe.
But they're not going to overcome it. Like if who here has a fear of heights? Who
I
here
mean,
has
I
a
do.
fear of cold water? Who here has a
depends.
fear of kissing girls? Who here has a fear of kissing boys? Who here has a fear of anything in life? Yeah, right. So you told me you had a fear of heights, for argument's sake. Me bringing you up very, very high. Do you think that's going to help you overcome your fear, or is it just going to highlight your fear more and more? So if
Probably.
someone's anxious and nervous and a little bit apprehensive about investing, me asking that person, "Hey, are you fearful of investing? Hey, here is where I want you to invest." Guess what they're not doing? Subtle changes, guys, subtle issues, which are causing big problems for you. Okay, let me just make sure we're live and then we're going to get going. All right. But then we're going to get going. So you're coming in on the end of another month, guys. You're coming in on the end of another fucking month in 2024. Who here has hit their goals that they wanted to hit in February? Let me know. Drop your hand. So you got 2 days. It's today and tomorrow. Like you're over Friday. So who here has hit their goal? Sammy Boy, Tom Beatty, Taisho Malinara. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name. Who here hasn't hit their goal? Put up your hands. Okay, why not? Let's have some honesty. Why have we not hit our goals? Come on, come off mute, let me know. Don't be
Are
fearful
asking me
now because I'm
specifically,
gonna
or
start, you know, don't be fearful now because I'm gonna start calling people. See,
Yeah,
that's we don't use that word. Go for it, Dr. Caleb.
yeah, I would say because I have not performed at my best level consistently.
Okay. Fucking never a truer word spoken. So thank you for the honesty. Anyone else? Come on, because it all starts with honesty, guys. Anyone else?
For me, like a week ago, I got hit with Corona and I was out and it just brought my whole confidence down. You know, I tried to bounce back and try to get back in the routine, but I just had this like crippling fear, I guess, to kind of get back into because I was like um I was really good, you know, with my consistent with my habits and role plays with people. And then when I got sick, I was like, fuck, I couldn't like it just threw me off basically. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, being sick shouldn't throw out your confidence. That's a fact. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. If you broke your finger, but you had to drive the car, who here would lose their confidence of driving the car just because they broke their finger? mean like 2-3 months down the line? Nobody, probably. The reason being, guys, is because you already know how to fucking drive the car, right? So the issue of breaking your finger is not going to stop you from driving the car. So how you lose, I'm going to actually, it's funny actually you spoke about confidence, because I'm going to talk about confidence now. And I'm going to show you what confidence actually means. All right. Anyone else who has failed this month, let me know. Come off mute and let me know. Vicente Martinez, let's hear from you, buddy.
Hello. Well, I didn't
Hello.
think because I hit one goal, which was landing a better offer for myself, but I didn't hit the consistency that I wanted to. So main reason is
Why
because
not?
I need to keep sharpening my skills. I mean, I'm setting appointments. Sometimes I set 6, sometimes I set 0. So the thing is that to be more consistent and to lead more the people I am talking with.
Okay, very good. All right. So everything starts and ends with honesty, guys, and that's honesty for yourself, but also honesty for where you want to be in life. Okay. So let me actually share my screen if I can. 1 second. 1 second. Go. Right, let's go on mute, guys, if we can, just so I can go through this with you, and then we'll get started. Okay, so here's a big issue that we see. Mr. Pride, stick your camera on, my friend, or stick your mute on if you can. There we go. All right, cool. So big issue that we see across the board in all of our people that want to come to us and want to get trained by us is a big issue is how do you find confidence in sales? How do you find confidence in being able to objection handle? How do you find confidence in calling people out on the bullshit? Type of one in the chat, guys, if that's what you want to improve on in 2024. I mean, confidence in being able to attack it, confidence in being able to ask the questions you know that need to be asked, confidence in being able to sit the pocket with somebody and objection handle them out of their own way. Let me know in the chat. Type of one in the chat. That's what you want to do this year in 2024. Now, there's 32 people here in this room, okay? Now, if I don't see 32 people respond all the time, I'm going to shut it down and I'm going to fuck off and go do something else. I got shit to do on my new place. So if we're not going to get interactive and we're not going to give me reciprocity back and forth, I'm out, okay? I don't have to be here. I don't need to be here. I coach you guys for fuck all. Zilch, nada, okay? I give you my time. I give you my energy. I give you my fucking goodwill. If I want you to interact, I'm not asking, I'm demanding, okay? And if you don't want that, fuck off, okay? If you're not going to do what I need you to do and you're not going to interact, it means that you're not fucking focused, which means that you're not going to get where you want to go this year, okay? So 32 of you here, I want to see 31 because I'm 32. I want to see 31 ones if that's what your goal is this year. Now, if you don't comment, and if you don't need to improve your skills, and you don't need to improve your sales, and you do not need to improve your confidence, press a 0. Because if you hit a 0, then you can leave. Which is fine, which is absolutely fine. There's no stress, no worry. Okay, so very, very simple for me. Confidence in sales. Let me ask you guys this. How do we get confidence from anything in life? Someone let me know. Come off me and let me know.
Repetition.
What confidence in? Let me know what you're confident in and let me know what that skill is.
Facing your fears and doing things consistently.
No.
You're doing the same thing until it becomes a habit and until it becomes
Okay, what are you
subconscious.
good at, Matish? What are you good at in life? Don't say sales.
I would say,
What are you good at? What are you good at? Can you go to the gym and lift 100 kilos? Like, what are you good at in life?
yeah, I mean, in the gym, yeah.
Okay, cool. So a gym. Okay, very, very simple. Everyone here understands that concept. Okay, so ask yourself the questions. What am I actually good at in life? What am I confident if I was under a bit of pressure that I know that I can execute that? Some of you are fucking very confident lying down for 4 hours a day watching your fucking favorite TV shows. Yeah, the world was falling around you. You know you could fucking sit down your fucking arsehole and watch your TV program. Yeah, so like we all know what we're confident in life, okay? The first thing I want you to understand is what and where confidence doesn't fucking come from. Okay. And this is a big misconception with all of you people here and all of the rest of the fucking lunatics in this industry, because this industry is fucked up, in my opinion. Okay. This is where it does not come from. It doesn't come from being a fucking network weirdo. Okay. When you're going around and you're networking with people and making posts about it. I just had a conversation with this guy and that guy, and he's so fucking amazing. And you know, he helped me with so fucking much bullshit, X, Y, and Z. That shit don't work. You're just weird. Okay, so stop doing that kind of shit. It's just weird. All right. Second thing is messaging random people. Hey, I just saw you're in high ticket sales. Would love to take a minute of your time. Why are you taking a minute of someone's time? Why are you annoying that person? Why are you trying to get into that network by actually pestering? Okay. Third thing, stop being a fucking nuisance. Okay. Who here knows what a nuisance is? Nuisance to me is when someone annoys me and somebody is asking for something without giving anything of value. Who here wants to do that in life? Very few. Okay. Fourth thing is singing affirmations into the mirror. Who here tells themselves that they're beautiful, they're confident, and they're excellent every morning? Let me know in the chat. Who here looks at their mirror and says, I'm beautiful, I'm excellent, I'm worthy, and I'm great every morning? And go out to the world and get absolutely smashed in the mouth. Okay. Singing affirmations into the mirror ain't going to cut the gravy either. Okay. Doing programs focusing on shit that don't move the needle isn't going to help you either. Okay. 3-hour morning routines focusing everything but the work isn't going to help you either. Who here meditates? Who here cold plunges? Who here reads books? Who here sings hymns? Who here lights candles? Who here does all of that stuff in the morning? Let me know. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. Let me know. Does anybody do any of that stuff? Arhan used to do it for 2 whole years. Books, I meditate, good stuff. Yeah. Anyone cold plunge? Anybody go to the gym every morning? Yeah. All of that stuff is absolutely fine. All that stuff is absolutely great. I do all of that stuff myself, guys. Okay. All of those things are amplifiers. Okay. What I mean by an amplifier is it's going to support the big thing. All right. It's not the needle mover. And a lot of people think that you have to have this 3, 4, 5-hour morning routine and that's going to set you up for the day of success. If you believe that, guys, then that's great. But I'm just telling you now, when it comes to sales, that's not going to be it. Okay. Now, what that can do, it can put you in a good state. It can, you know, feed your needs. It can ease your anxiousness. It can ease your depression, your mind, your systems, whatever. It can help you sleep. It can help you, you know, relax into the day or whatever else you're doing for. But it's not going to help you when it comes to sales training. I guarantee you that. And it's not going to help you when it comes to actually closing deals. Straight up. All right. All of those things are amplifiers. All right. What does give you confidence? Okay. Very fucking simple. The work, the relentlessness to get after it, the direct focus on the needle mover, the dedication it takes to fucking be great at anything. Working with people who are where you want to be. Working with people who have done what you desire. Okay. Very fucking simple. People spend a tremendous amount of time doing everything but the actual work to get to where they want to go. Okay, very fucking simple as well. Why do they do that? Someone let me know. Why do people do everything but what's required? Someone let me know.
Because that's the easy, because that's the easy option.
Easy? Yeah. Is easy? Yeah. Anything else? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Come up and mute. Because it's hard, 100%. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
developed the habit to actually do it.
Habits. Yeah, for sure. Very, very simple. Now, all of this is just my opinion, guys. Okay. And a lot of you are speaking my language, which is perfect. This is where it's at. So, in my opinion, why people avoid doing the work. Because there's no comfort there. Okay. They feel silly doing the work. They feel nervous about the lack of, you know, standard and the lack of, you know, I suppose, growth that they have to go on and the work that it takes to get to that level. Okay. They lack the understanding. Okay. Everybody, if all of these kind of come together, you're not going to want to do any of the work. Straight up. Okay. If I asked you to do push-ups in cold water, pretty much no one in here would do that on a consistent basis every day, would you? Probably not. Okay. If I asked you to learn a language that ultimately, you know, helped you make a ton of money, you know, if you didn't see the value in doing that, most of you wouldn't do that. Okay, so very, very simple. This is why you guys, not only you guys, but a lot of people in the market, a lot of people in life are avoiding doing the stuff that moves the needle. Okay, if you're fucking 4 stone overweight, guys, there's 2 things you can do. Number one, you can stick your head in the sand and you can pretend that you're not fat, and you can have this whole we're inclusive. And this is the big issue that we have in the world with brands like Nike and Adidas and all this kind of stuff, where who's seen over the last maybe 5 years where the mannequins now are overweight. Ever go into a Nike store or an Adidas store and the mannequins are overweight? It's all plus size this and plus size that, and it's all inclusive, and we're all together, and we're all this and we're all that. You know, we're all in this together, and it doesn't matter if you're fucking morbidly obese. Who here has seen shit like that? Yeah. Yeah. This is not some Andrew Tate garbage, okay? But what I'm trying to say to you guys is we're not all inclusive. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're ugly, you're ugly. If you're shit, you're shit. And the faster you get to the understanding of this is actually my truth, instead of actually sticking your head in the sand like an ostrich does, okay? When an ostrich knows that there's trouble coming, guess what they do? They stick their head in the sand instead of running away, okay? So do not, for the love of Christ, okay, avoid the work because it's uncomfortable, okay? Where you're going to get comfort from is very, very fucking simple. Who has seen the film The Karate Kid? Hands up, let me know. I have. There's only one person that's seen that film. Okay. All right. So type one in the chat, guys. Yeah. Type one in the chat. Yeah. Type one in the chat. Keep coming, guys. Yeah. Has everyone seen that film? If you're under 40 years of age, you should have seen some sort of Karate Kid. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Okay. Does everybody remember the scene when the kid was told, just go out there, wax on, wax off? Does everyone see that? Everyone understand that? Yeah. And he went back at day after day, day after day, day after day, week after week, month after month, month after month, so on and so forth. Okay. What was it doing? Positive reinforcement is what it's called. Positive reinforcement of what you do today is going to pay dividends when you need it. The problem that a lot of you guys have, okay, this is a fucking fact, is you're not good. Not very good. Not able to overcome objections, not able to string conversations together. You're not able to fucking build a gap. You're not able to build somebody where they are and where they ultimately want to go. That's a fact. Okay. Now, what also is a fact is most of you, if not all of you, are not doing the work to actually get good at anything. Okay. And that's the fucking sad reality. Now, again, wax on, wax off. What that person was doing, okay, and what that was giving us. Name of the film, please. It's fucking on the screen, big dog. Karate Kid. Yeah. Like this is like Javier, like with all honesty, buddy, this is the shit that I say to people all the time. The answers are in your face all the time. It's literally on the screen. Who has seen the film Karate Kid? Javier, where are you, buddy? Come off mute. Let me speak to you. Come off mute. I have the Zoom phone on and have the chat open. Okay, that's the only reason. That's the only reason why you're not going to get a double bag now. Okay, very fucking simple.
Hey, man.
The film is called The Karate Kid. Very simple. Okay?
Thank you.
Karate Kid. Yeah. You. How old are you? If you're under 40 years of age, you should have seen it. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I seen it all.
Yeah. On that film, he ends up doing shit all the time. Wax on, wax off, and then he was doing other shit with painting and shit like that. What he was actually doing was learning how to actually put that framework, i.e., into an actual application every day. So when he went and fought, okay, the reactions were already there, okay, from the work that he had already done previous to when he needed it, okay, over and over and over and over and over again. That is how you slay the fucking dragon, okay? Who here is shit at objections? Let me know. Who here like gets nervous, gets anxious, doesn't know what to say, doesn't know how to frame the call, doesn't know how to lead the person at the end of the conversation? Be honest. You're here for a reason, so let's be honest. Who here struggles when it comes to the end of the conversation? I did too. All of my team did. Imran, Matteo has left. Fantastic. That's what happens when you put a bit of pressure on people. People leave. Yeah. Fumble at the 2-yard line. Worse is freezing up. Yeah. Sometimes, Felix, you're absolutely more than sometimes. Yeah. Let me know, guys. That one of the chat, guys, if you feel that nervousness, you feel that anxiousness, you feel like you get all tense, you get tight, you don't know where the conversation is going to go, you get all nervous, you get up in your feelings. Yeah. You're kind of not necessarily leading the conversation. You're there as a passenger. Let me know, guys. You know, that's why you're here. That's why I want to help you. Yeah. So this happens, guys, and it happens over and over and over again in a lot of things in your life, especially around sales, because you're avoiding the work. Okay. Now, the reality of how you become confident at anything is the relentlessness to repeat the same action over and over again. Okay. You become so good, it's scary how confident you become. There's a great Bruce Lee quote. I fear the man that practices the same kick 10,000 times rather than the man who practices 10,000 kicks one time. Does everybody know what that means? It's some sort of frame like that, but that's in my head, that's what he's saying, but he may have said it a different way, but that's in my head what it means. Okay, that's how I hear it. Does everyone know what that actually means? It means if you continually repeat the same action over and over and over again, you become somebody that is fucking scary. You become somebody that is actually producing a high-end result. Most of you hate objections. You know why most of you in this room hate objections? Because you do not stay in objections every day. You do not train. You do not develop. You do not get skilled. You do not push on. You do not have, you know, the fortitude to get punched in the dick. Keep going back day after day after day after day after day. Okay? So how you get good at anything, guys, is you fucking give it the time, the dedication, the focus. This is what you need to do. You need to face the fear every single day. You need to face that insecurity that you're feeling about objections every day. You need to stare at it in the eye and be comfortable listening to objections coming at you. You need to overcome your own insecurities. The reason why a lot of you guys don't like objections is because you're fearful of yourself. It means you're scared to lead. It means you're not willing and wanting and capable of leading, which means that you have insecurity. Okay? It also means that if you can or do all of that stuff, and you have to visualize this, and you got to plan about this, you got to manifest it to be the man or woman that you long for. Okay? Which means that you are pretty good at objection handling, which means you get deals done, which means you make X amount of money every single month. Okay? Be a weapon. And be a standard others measure themselves off. Who here is living that truth now? Who here is saying to themselves, every day I wake up, every day I hit my standard, and I know people are measuring their success off my standard. Who here is leveling up to that level? Who here is at that level? Let me know. Who here feels that people look to them as the standard it requires to get to a level of success? Does anybody feel like that? You can type no as well. Like type no in the chat because if you don't feel that. Be honest with yourself, guys. That's all I ever ask. You come here, guys, I want to train you. I want to help shift your perspective on life. I want to help shift what you do. Okay? So if the answer is no, fucking be confident enough to say the answer is no. If you look in the mirror, do you think people are measuring their success off your level of standard, yes or no? Either yes or no. There's no gray. So when Luke says parts of my life, yes, but work-wise, no. I didn't think there was a difference. It's either yes or no. I'm only worried about what you do here. I'm only worried about your work. I'm not worried about what you do outside your work. I'm just worried about what you produce here. Okay, so that's all I care about. Alan says yes. That's a fucking big, bold statement, but good for you. Anyone else? Come on. So Alan thinks that people look to him as hitting the standard when it comes to work, and the standard of excellence, and the standard of outputs and outcome that he has. People are trying to hit his standard. Right. That's very interesting. Very good. The confidence comes from the work you're all avoiding. So Johnny went back a couple of minutes ago and says that he lacked his confidence because he got sick. Makes no sense, does it? How can you lack something that wasn't there? How can you lose something that wasn't there? How can you lose something that you haven't put time, effort, and commitment into? Whether I get sick or not get sick, I know how to do a push-up, but that's fair. Who here knows how to do a push-up? Who here knows how to do a squat? Who here knows how to pay their bills? Who here knows how to pour a cup of tea? Who here knows how to brush their teeth? Who here knows how to go to bed? Who here knows how to put on their shoes? Who here knows how to pull up their underpants? Who here knows how to do things in life? You do not lose your understanding of how to do things because you become sick for 2 or 3 days. You lose your confidence, okay, when it's built on a false hope and a false sense of security. Does that make sense? You cannot lose something that is fundamentally built into you. Okay? Now, the difference of all of you, okay, the lack of confidence that you have is because you're avoiding the work that you're not doing. And the work that you're not doing and the work that you're avoiding is the key to you getting to where you want to go. Okay? This game of sales is high performance, and it does not have time to listen to your feelings and insecurities. Okay? Nobody cares either way. Okay? But nobody cares either you are or you are not. You either it or you're not. Either you're the guy or you're not. Either you're it or you ain't. That's it. Simple as. Okay? No one, and again, coming back to Johnny, nobody can steal your confidence if you do the work up front. Nobody can take your zip if you build it right. In sales, you can't pretend. Your numbers will always tell you the truth. Who here is confident of their numbers right now? If I say to you your close rate, how much you made this month, and how much volume you've pushed through, who here will be confident in sharing that right here, right now? Who here would be open to sharing that right here, right now? It's either yes or no. Type it in the chat. Yes or no. Either yes or no. There's 32 of you here, so take me out. So that's 31 of you. Let's see your numbers. It's either yes or no. Either you're confident about your numbers or you're not. Keep them coming. Either yes or no. I'm going to start calling your names now if you don't fucking answer. Arhan's making a ton of money. Let's hear your numbers, Arhan. I'd love to hear them, buddy. Come off mute. Let's hear your numbers. So your close rate, how much money you've made this month, and how much volume you've pushed through, and how many closes you've done. Let's hear them.
Yeah, Will, you said that we'll be comfortable. I'll be vulnerable to you guys, but I'm not confident about it. You said either yes or no, so I said a yes.
Ah, right. Okay. Very good. Anyone else? So who said yes? Let's hear them. So I want to hear your numbers. So how much volume
So
you
my
pushed
close,
through, cash you've collected. Yeah.
my
People are starting to leave now. Look, see what happens.
my close rate is 20%.
Come on.
I've had 15 appointments and I closed 3 new clients. Cash collected was 12K.
12.
Yeah.
Out of 20 clients.
I'm sorry.
You've closed 3 out of 20 clients. Is that what you said?
No, 3 out of 15 appointments. So 20% conversion rate.
Okay, so you've lost 13. 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so why would you be confident in that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think like a 20% sales conversion rate is okay. It's not like the best. It can obviously be improved.
Okay, but why would you be confident with just being okay?
Yeah, that's a good question.
But this is the question that you need to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what I say to you guys all the time, right? If I put 12 grand on the table, okay, and on another table, I put 100 grand on the table, would you be happy with taking the 12 grand off that table, or would you be looking at the 100K over there and saying to yourself, fuck, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. 100%
Not
actually.
probably. It's not probably, because someone's going to take that.
Yeah.
Someone's going to walk over there and take that money off that table.
Mm.
And this is the mindset and the framework that I want you guys to start living by every day. Okay. So very simple. The guys put some stuff for you guys to have. All of these people felt exactly what you guys are feeling now, whether that's a lack of confidence, a lack of, objection handling frameworks, fucking whatever else it may be. All of these people were in the same position that you guys were at also, okay? And the beauty of what I want you guys to understand is your results are dictated by the work that you're doing or not doing. And it all comes back to yourself and how truthful and honest that you are with yourself, okay? At the end of the day, I can't make you something that you're unwilling to be. Okay, who here is on an offer that they're proud of? Who here is working with people that they're proud of? Who here is on an offer that they feel they're going to really double up and really get to their outcome in life? Let me know. Also, let me know if you're not. George, stop waving by, will ya? You're saying yes and no at the same time. Who here, fucking mad cunt you are, who here is on an offer that they're just not fully into it and like, they're on it because it's all that they have? Let me know. Come on. All that I have. I just started with the company will feel good. Very good. Yeah. Who here would like to be on a different offer? Let's ask that question. Who here would feel that their skill sets, if they were improved, would be on a good offer, a great offer that could get them where they want to go financially? Who here would want to be on a better offer? Yeah. So a lot of you guys are, okay. We started in our family and elite group, I want to say about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm going to say 3 weeks ago. We started coaching our students on how to actually get on offers. We should coach their students on how to actually present themselves, how to actually, separate themselves from the rest of the market, how to actually learn the right skills, not only to overcome objections and actually build sales structures and actually get people into a gap and, help them overcome their fears and limitations and, insecurities and all of that great stuff. What we've actually gone out of our way to do is we've actually gone out of our way to show, coach, and train people how to get onto the best offers that they could possibly get onto. We have a stat for you actually, which was pretty fucking impressive, if I do say so myself. From literally an idea to 3 weeks later, sicker Jacob. How many people have we helped get onto offers in the last 2-3 weeks?
At least 14.
Okay, now is that actually verified or are we actually just talking out of our arsehole?
No, we have screenshots.
Verified.
Okay. How do we do that? What are we doing that is helping people do that? Just FYI, guys, I don't help in any of that, okay? I'm very honest, I'm very upfront, I'm very truthful. I don't help in any of that. I'm very fortunate, guys. I never had to go out of my way and, go to job interviews or this, that, and other stuff. I was excellent at sales, so people wanted me. So I didn't have to go out there and sell my services, okay? So when I brought Jack Sicker and Jacob into my organization, just to bear in mind, guys, the last 3 companies that Jack Sicker has worked for, okay, it's been Alex Hormozy, Iman Ghazi, and Mr. Bill Welch, okay? That's who he works with. He doesn't work for anybody, he works with, okay? So if that kid and Jacob can't actually help people overcome and actually get people into better offers, nobody can, okay? How many people do you think go for Iman Ghazi's positions every month? How many people do you think go for Alex Hormozy's positions every single month? I'm nowhere near those 2 guys, but we've pretty much at least 15 people come to me on a monthly basis looking for an opportunity, okay? But those guys are probably in the hundreds. So what are you teaching people, Jacob, that is helping people separate from everybody else?
So if you think of it like a domino, the most important domino, the very first thing is being valuable to the marketplace. Until you're valuable to the marketplace, there's literally no point in you reaching out to people trying to land a role because you won't be able to maintain and ascend within that role. So everyone talks about having an offer problem. There's really no such thing as an offer problem. It's a skill set problem. Once you have the skill set, you can literally get on any offer you want. So that's the first domino. After that, once we are valuable to the marketplace, it's literally playing the chess game of how do we position ourselves? How do we present ourselves? Who do we talk to? How do we find those people? How do we reach out in a very specific way to gather information? And then how do we use that information on the interview and structure our answers to differentiate ourselves from everyone else? And then once we land the role, how do we ascend as quickly as possible and then leverage that to get the next role? That's the problem.
Just for proof that that works. A few months ago, I spoke to someone who knew Bastian Slot, and this morning he personally reached out to me on Instagram to offer me a job on his B2C offer, and I have it right here to prove. I can send that screenshot where it's like, now I'm not looking to throw a bone. I did it specifically following the method that me and Jack created, and mostly Jack, on how to get those offers and those opportunities. So I don't have to go search and ask people to throw me favors when there's nothing for them in it, essentially.
Who here is struggling to land a great offer? Nobody. Everyone's on a fantastic offer. Everyone's like brilliant. Everyone's like the best that they could be. Okay, now we're getting to the meat. Who here is struggling to get on a great offer? Who here
Me.
is struggling to make the money that they want to make? Okay, let me know in the chat. Okay. So the reality is, guys, you can do. I'll actually ask Jack. What are people doing, Jack, that are struggling to get on great offers? You know, in the marketplace and everyone else that aren't with us. What are they doing, and why doesn't it work?
The main principle is not taking responsibility for the situation. It's wanting someone to place you or wanting someone above you to somehow give you some connection that is going to magically land you on a role. Like, you just have to look at it logically. Like, why would someone ever want to refer you on a role if you can't produce? So the main mistake people are making is they want someone to save them.
Right. Okay. What else is going on? So what are people lacking when it comes to finding great opportunities and actually presenting themselves in a good manner?
Yeah, number one is the skill set. Number two is the actual.
Let me go through that first. Let me go through the skill set, because people just think that I'm leading you on here, and I want you to say skill sets because that's what it is. Why is it skill sets? Like, in your opinion, okay, why is that probably the most important thing that people need to focus on?
Because if you land a role, you have a new problem, which is, how do I hit KPIs? If you're smart and you know how to position yourself, you can land a role. But then you have a really big problem on your hands is, I don't have the skill set to actually hit KPIs. It's player versus player. It's ultra competitive, and it's kill or be killed. And now I just have a new problem, and then I'm just going to churn and have a same exact situation of, I need to get on an offer. I don't have the skill set, and I now have a loss on my resume, meaning I got fired.
Okay, that's important, because I speak to recruiters every day. How many people do we fucking speak to, Jack? Every day, hit me in the DMs, like a stupid amount.
Yeah.
Okay. The same question comes up all the time. Who do you have that can produce, that has proven track record, and can go in here and actually hit the ground running? That's what they ask all the time. Every time. All the time. Inside, outside, upside down. That's what they ask all the fucking time. What Jack's talking about is getting an opportunity is one part of the puzzle. Second thing that people don't understand is you got to keep the opportunity. And you got to produce to keep the opportunity. That's where the lack of skill set comes in. Okay? Because if you have an opportunity, for argument's sake, for, I don't know, a coaching offer, 10K is, let's go box standard. I'll give you 10 calls, 20 calls, whatever it may be. Those calls can cost the business owner anywhere up from 500 to 1,500 dollars per call. Okay, let's just go on the low end, $500. That $500, okay, if you go to the market and I give you 10 calls, okay, my maths are terrible, but that's $5,000, if that makes sense. Now you come in and you close at 20%. And let's say you sold, I don't know, three fucking programs, but you collected $6,000 because you did it on a payment structure, 3 payment structures. You have not even paid for yourself. Does everyone know what I mean by that? You have not even paid for yourself. Do the maths. Cost me $5,000 to put all those calls on the calendar. Okay. You made me $6,000. So that's $1,000. I got to pay you, which is the salesperson, which is 10%, which is $600. That means the business owner gets $400 of liquid cash to move around, which means he's got to pay himself, the other portion of the business, he's got to pay the systems, he's got to pay his tax, he's got to pay the running cost of his company, he's got to pay refunds, he's got to pay anything else that comes out of that. How long, straight up, do you think that the business owner, because I'm a business owner, that's how we work numbers, how long do you think a business owner is going to look at you and say, this guy is going to take me to the moon? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Let me know in the chat, do you think that's fair for a business owner to fucking operate in? That's how businesses crumble. Fact. Let me know. If that's what you're operating on, if that's what you do, if I give you 10 calls, you bring back $6,000. $5,000 of that was an ad spend. $600 goes to the fucking salesman, straight off the top, straight out of the top, $600. There's $400 left for the business to operate on. How long do you think that business is going to keep putting 10 calls on your calendar? But yet, some of you in here think, I'm just going to get this great offer, and then I'm going to develop, and then I'm going to train, and then I'm going to focus on my skill sets, and then I'm going to be really excellent, then obviously getting this job and keeping this job. You ain't got the time. The time is getting shorter and shorter. Last year, guys, you got about 30 days. Now you get anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, max. That's why, who here has been on an offer in the last 3 months where they actually took in 2 or 3 people at one time? Who's here been on that type of an offer and that type of call process? Let me know. Type it in the chat if you can. If you've been in an offer where they took in 2 or 3 of you at the one time. How do you want to be in an offer like that? No, don't fucking say no if you're not being on offers and you just came into the industry. This is what they're looking for now. They're looking to place 2, 3 people at any one time, and they're going to allow these people to fight it out. Because it's just as easy to hire 3 people as it is 1 person. So this is the reality, guys, of the situation that you're finding yourself in. If you're not where you want to be, and you're not on an offer that you want to be on, and you don't know how to get on offers, and you don't know how to keep offers, I guarantee you guys, you're in trouble. I'd give up sales. I actually would. Because you're going to have more pain and more problems and more issues and more like frustration out of this game than what it's going to give you. Brendan DeAndre says, I once was on an offer where they provided 1 trial shift. Okay, so I presume that's like 6 to 8 hours or something. And they made a decision to keep you or not. Sales is cutthroat. It is like, and that's the reality. I associate sales with high level, you know, performance, whether that's, you know, sport or anything else. If I hire you to put the ball in the back of the net, guys, and I spend a lot of money of hiring you and, you know, bringing you to my football club, and I put you up top for Manchester United and you bring back 8 goals a year out of 60 games, you ain't getting another goal, guys. That's the fucking reality. And then you come out of a great opportunity, you go to a second opportunity, and you fuck that one up. You get to another opportunity, you fuck that one up. You look at someone like Jesse Lingard, who was at Manchester United, then went to fucking West Ham, then went to fucking Norwich. Now he's in fucking Japan or something. 28, 29, 31 years of age. That's what I'm saying to you guys. You don't come back up. Once you keep coming down and down and down, it's very hard to come back up, guys. Straight up. It's very, very hard to come back up. Once you start falling, it's very hard to turn it back around. And that's not me being fearful and me putting the fear of God in you. That's just the fact. So the reality of what I want you guys to understand, and this is what I want to tie all of this together in, confidence comes from the work that you're lacking and the work that you're not doing. It comes from the skill sets that you're not possessing, okay? And it comes from you not doing the work required to get to where you want to go, okay? Wherever, however, whatever you want, guys, it's there for all of you, okay? Just FYI, I had no formal education. I was a fucking army man less than 10 years ago. I was a personal trainer here in London until COVID crushed me, okay? Ended up falling into sales, okay? Ended up doing something that fundamentally I was fucking excellent at without actually knowing. And I changed my life, okay? I changed my life because of one skill. And that skill for me, guys, was objection handling. Once I learned that skill, everything else in sales became easy. And I am proof and pudding of that. No formal education, no college degree. All that I ever had was my body, and that's what I worked. In the military and a personal trainer. No fucking brain cells skills involved. Okay? Walking out of sales, 2021, January 2021 to now, okay? Pretty much shaking up the whole fucking room. From one skill. That one skill is objection handling. You learn that skill, guys, everything else becomes easy. Fact, proven, over and over. All right? Anyone, any last thoughts before we fuck off? Jack, Jacob, you want to leave with anything? Has somebody learned something here today? Has somebody had a change of perspective? Has somebody shifted their mindset in terms of how confidence is built? Has somebody looked at their lack of skill set in their capacity of why they're not where they want to be in terms of their fault? Let me know. Come off mute. Let me know if you needed something
So,
today.
yeah, so Bill, as I told you, right, today I joined an offer. They were also putting me on trial period, like 30 days. We're gonna see you or take you out. So this
Okay.
was the most, this was the message that I had to hear. Like now, I'll focus a lot more and I'll nail the offer. So thank you.
Yeah, this is the reality, guys. Like, even if you get an offer, guys, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to keep the offer. You're very lucky you're getting 30 days, but I guarantee you produce nothing in the first 2 weeks, you won't get another 2 weeks. That's a fact. Like, if I give you 50 calls in 2 weeks, 25 calls, which is pretty average, 4 calls a day, whatever, up and down, you don't produce, you're gone, straight up. Because there's hundreds of you fuckers. All of you salespeople, you're not competing with tens, you're competing with hundreds and thousands. Hundreds and thousands of salespeople. Hundreds and thousands of salespeople. Everything is sales. Every single thing is sales. And you look at any aspect of sales, whether that's car salesmen, people knocking doors, people go to insurance, people are in offices, people want to be in high-ticket sales. Once they know that high-ticket sales is a thing, once they know that they get 10% off the top for selling everything and anything, they're all in here. I go to London, I go into the London and I go to the London boys, okay, with their fancy suits and their fucking fancy handkerchiefs, okay, and their fucking shit bank accounts, okay, pretending that they're something. I tell all those people, okay, where they're getting 1 to 2% of contract value, that there's 10% over here. Guess what they're all doing? And you can sit around in your gym gear. Look, you can sit in your gym gear and make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Guess what they're all doing? So this is what I'm saying to you guys. You either use it or it's going to use you, and it's going to spit you out faster than you fucking came in. So that's what I have for you. You get confidence from being excellent at what you do. And if you're not excellent at what you do, it's your fucking fault. Because it's all there for you. Good luck. Jack, anything? Want to leave it, anything?
I'd say it all comes back down to the skill set. Like, At the end of the day, the gap between where you are now, where you want to be, literally just stacks of skills. The quicker you can get those, the quicker you'll get to where you want to go.
Here's what it is. Anyway, good luck. Jacob, you got anything left, buddy? I know
Yeah, the
you
one thing I'd say is
fucking bashing slot.
if you get the I'm on the best team in the world, it's not doing that. But if you get the opportunity, don't blow it. Like you're not gonna if you have a big boxing fight coming up and you don't train, it's a big opportunity, but you're bound to lose because when you're not working, the other guy is. And that's all the guys that are trying to get the same role as you. The higher you climb up, the more people, as Bill always say, are trying to get your spot. So it's kill or be killed. You have to eat what you kill, and if you don't, then someone else is going to do it.
Absolutely spot on. You're absolutely truthful. There's only one. Look at anything in life. There's only one. We're all fighting for one. If you're not fighting for one, guys, you're wasting your time. You're a journeyman. Okay, you go to boxing. Okay, if you're not trying to compete for the WBC title, what are you doing? You're just getting punched in the face for the sake of it. You're called a journeyman. That's what you are. You're a journeyman because the people that are going there have to beat you to get past you, to keep going and going and going and going. And know, guys, that you all want to be on those offers that Jacob was talking about, where you're making 10, 15, 20, boom, boom, boom. They're far and few between. Gold dust. You got to compete every day for them. Every single day. Every day you got to compete like I got to compete every day for your business. Every day I got to turn up. Every day I got to produce. Every day I got to give you quality content that you can ultimately use and make money. So then you ultimately feel, I want to give back. I want to give reciprocity. I want to help these guys build their company. That's the game. All the time. So that's what it is. Behave yourself. Good luck. Goodbye. See you. Golden Nuggets, guys. Let me know if you've learned something here. Drop it in the chat, guys. Drop it in the group, sorry, I should say. Let us know, guys. Let us help you. Let us know what you're struggling with. Ask the questions in the group. I'll help you. The guys will help you. We want you to win. The faster you guys win, the faster you come and let me know, the faster you pay me. So let me know. I want to help you. Go make money. I want to help you make money. See you later. Goodbye.